I'm now joined by Emily Hunziker to talk National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. Emily, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So let's talk about the benefits of breastfeeding. What are they?
Well, the list goes on and on, but obviously health benefits for both mom and baby, as well as psychological benefits. It promotes bonding with parents. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And what else do we need to know, I guess, about breastfeeding? Is there anything that people should be aware of when it comes to that?
Well, breastfeeding can either come super easily or be a little more difficult struggle. And so we encourage people to do research ahead of time, kind of just get ready to know what to expect with breastfeeding and be able to prep for that. So we offer breastfeeding classes. There's lots of online classes, but trying to get a little bit of information before the time comes to have your baby is really beneficial for starting that process.
Okay, awesome. And I guess on the child side, why would it be more important to have a mom that breastfeeds versus not breastfeeding?
Yeah, so breastfeeding, I mean, that natural, sterile gut when the baby is born, coated with those good properties of breast milk, is really, really awesome. And so, we encourage moms, even if their long-term goal is to feed multiple ways, having those first couple of feeds with breast milk is just so beneficial, along with that good skin-to-skin contact right after birth during that golden hour.
Gotcha. All right, and you are over at the Birthplace with Community Hospital.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the services that you guys offer for mothers and children and for breastfeeding?
Yeah, so we offer support groups every single week on Tuesdays to allow moms and babies to come. I mean, there's people who go from a couple weeks to a couple months, even a full year of breastfeeding. We also offer a breastfeeding class, as well as a newborn parenting class prior to birth. And then while in the hospital, we offer lactation services to all patients. We have 3 gals on staff, Dory, Allie, and Myra, that are our lactation specialist team. But a lot of our nurses actually got their certification in lactation counseling that they can help any patients. But all of our nurses are trained. We just kind of have different tiers of extra training to help support breastfeeding, especially when there's difficult circumstances.
Okay, and are there any concerns, do you think, that mothers might be thinking about when it comes to breastfeeding that maybe aren't really that big of a concern or things like that?
I mean, there's a lot of old wives' tales or whatever you want to call them. Every person's journey is different. We never want to downplay a person's experience. Maybe with their first baby, they had a really hard time, and some people were like, oh, like, don't worry about it. It'll be better next time. We never want to downplay that, but we also want to know the why. Like, was there lack of support in the family or at the hospital? Was there a health difficulty with the baby? So like each breastfeeding journey is different, person to person, and also pregnancy to pregnancy. So yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And now if people want to come and see you guys over at the Birthplace, how can they do that? Do they need to make an appointment? I guess, what does that look like? Yeah,
so obviously we are a labor and delivery unit. We're open 24/7. Our midwife group and OB group service that community hospitals, the Birthplace. So if you wanted to have your baby there, it'd be recommended to get in contact with their office. You can also call our number at 644-3369 to get set up for a tour at the Birthplace.
Perfect, and we'll have some information about the Birthplace on our website as well, WesternSlopeNow.com. But Emily, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Of course, well, Western Slope, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.